On to Shell City!
So I've been playing quite a few horror games over the year, and one thing I've learned is how hard it is to create a genuinely terrifying atmosphere. Whether it be video games or movies, I find it incredibly difficult for creators to spark that deep-seated fear of the unknown, while also remaining a surreal and immersive experience. Games like Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 7, and Dead Space come very close for me, but nothing, no game, movie, or TV show has ever horrified me more than Subnautica. Releasing into open access just over 10 years ago, holy shit, I'm getting old. Subnautica is an action-adventure survival game with a strong emphasis on exploration. The game's premise is pretty simple. You play as one Riley Robinson, a former passenger of the Aurora, a long-range capital ship for the megacorporation Altera. I say former passenger because during a gravity slingshot maneuver around the planet 4546b, a mysterious explosion causes the massive ship to come hurtling down onto the planet's surface that's basically 99% water. Your character, along with several others, were lucky enough to escape the crash-landing Aurora using a life pod. Unfortunately, the life pod decided to try and end yours by causing a metal plate to dislodge, knocking your character out for an unknown amount of time. You awake to the sound of fire and the smell of burning hair and frantically try to put that fire out. You exit your life pod only to be met with the endless expanse of ocean, along with the ship you crashed on reduced to a flaming wreckage. Then again, I mean, maybe it could still be repaired. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Oh shit. The game's intro is shockingly quick, throwing you into this alien planet and establishing that you are completely alone within a few minutes of starting a new game. The first couple hours of gameplay involve exploring the few shallow biomes around your life pod, collecting food and resources, and eventually crafting the scanner, which lets you scan new blueprints from the various wreckages littering the game world. Crafting bigger oxygen tanks and a rebreather to explore even deeper, tools like the repair tool and the laser cutter, as well as quicker modes of travel such as the sea glide and the sea moth are all core aspects of the progression in the early game. Once you repair the radio in your life pod, you'll start to get distress calls from various other life pods that also crash landed.
What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen.
As you progress in the early to mid game, you'll get a stream of new life pod signals to check out, with new blueprints and lore details to be found around each derelict life pod. Each empty life pod you find comes with an even deeper feeling of isolation. The realization that you truly are the only survivor. Now, I'll admit, a large majority of the gameplay, aside from some story beats, will have you exploring and scanning wreckage, which gives you better gear to dive deeper and explore and scan more wreckage. While that gameplay loop may sound kind of repetitive, what differentiates Subnautica from most open-world games is the sheer variety of its game world. Each biome brings its own unique atmosphere, from the relatively safe, colorful early areas of the game, such as the safe shallows, kelp zone, and the grassy plateaus, to the much deeper, darker, and murkier areas. While Subnautica's atmosphere and sound design alone is enough to make me piss my pants, the real horror is what lies beyond your field of vision. At least until it's too late.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, he's fucking scary, dude. Oh, crikey, look at that thing.
Electromagnetic signatures in the region.
Come at me, man. It's okay.
Exercise caution when diving.
Hi. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Reaper Leviathan is a creature that can easily be summed up in 2 words. No. Everything about its design I find absolutely mortifying. Its huge muscular body, its long mandibles it uses to hold its prey, the fact that it has a face that's almost human and discernibly pissed off, the way you can hear its loud roars from kilometers away, and the fact that its roaring is a form of echolocation, meaning if you can hear it, there's a strong chance it's got a lock on you. The AI for the Reaper itself is surprisingly cunning in how it'll circle and stalk the player, waiting for a perfect chance to strike from behind. I've played this game since early access, and I'll be honest, I'm still petrified every time I explore zones like the crash site, mountains, or dunes, because I know that these things could be lurking anywhere. And believe it or not, there are creatures that are far more dangerous than the Reaper Leviathan. The fear of the unknown is encapsulated by this game so perfectly, and that's thanks to its setting. Aside from some small islands, most of this game takes place under the sea. What used to be a volcano eroded down below the waters into what is now known as the crater, which is essentially the entire playable area. Everything around this crater is called the Void, a boundless expanse of nothing but water, with the only living creatures being tiny plankton or massive leviathans. Leviathans that have grown to be so big that they don't even fit in the crater anymore. While the Void is essentially dead space used as a border for the game world, I think it encapsulates what makes Subnautica so scary. Not being able to see anything except for the dark, opaque blue of the Void and not knowing what could lie beyond is a horrifying experience. A lot of Subnautica players will throw around the word thalassophobia, meaning the irrational fear of deep bodies of water, but honestly, I don't see anything irrational about being afraid of this. Subnautica is a game that subverts our expectations as a player. Instead of giving us the power to overcome this world, we're given a dinky little knife. There are no other weapons we can craft, which gives us very little methods for protecting ourselves, and I love that. It adds a ton of excitement to every encounter knowing that you are powerless against this entire planet. The main story of the game involves having to cure a bacteria infecting everything, including you, in order to disable the gun that shot down your ship and ultimately escape the planet. It's serviceable enough as a method to get the player to explore this meticulously crafted alien ecosystem, but where this game really shines, in my opinion, is just how diverse each biome truly is. The atmosphere it creates through its visuals and sound design is stellar, incredibly immersive, and simultaneously horrifying. With Subnautica 2 releasing this year, I think it's a perfect time to dive into the original and experience what makes this game so awe-inspiring for yourself. And yeah, that's about all I had to say. If you've played Subnautica, let me know what you think. How many times did you shit your pants? Let me know in the comments.